Hey guys, it's the Chubby Repairman. It's time for another edition of Story Time with the Chubby Guy. I don't know, give it a title. But anyways, this morning I was thinking about a story from, it's my wife's favorite, but we call it the damp towel. I was called out on a job to go work on a Frigidaire front load washer. I remember what it was. It was on the north side of Chippewa Lake, and it was for a guy that was way up there in years, one that was older in the hills. But I went in on the job, and he answered the door, and he was one of them ones. He was kind of a, what you'd call an oversharer. He tended to want to tell me everything that's going on with him. And there were some sad elements to the story. He had lost his wife recently, so he's telling me he's trying to learn how to do the laundry and everything else, and after all those years of his wife doing those things for him. And so anyways, I get there, and the washer is full of dirty old water, just smelly water. And it doesn't take a whole lot of diagnosis to figure out that I've got something in the drain pump that's blocking the pump so it can't run. And that kind of job, by necessity, you have to open up the pump to pull out whatever's inside of it, jamming it, And of course, to do that, then all that nasty, stinky water that's been sitting in there for like a week or two, because you could tell he'd waited a while before he called, that's going to have to come out, And of course, I don't want to be laying in that water. So he's telling me all about himself. He's quite the chatty guy. And I said, I need a towel. I need you to get me a towel. Could you get me a towel? I needed a bath towel, something to catch that water so I wasn't swimming in that nasty old stinky water. So he comes back. He comes back with a towel out of the bedroom. And I don't understand that, how old when people get older, the thought process, maybe, it was very innocent, but he comes back with a towel. He comes back with a towel and he says, well, this is the towel that I sleep on. I guess because he'd had bladder cancer recently and had his bladder removed, so he had a bag that caught his urine. And he says, well, this is the towel I sleep on at night because sometimes my urine bag leaks. And he's mid-handing this to me, and everything on the inside of me is going, oh, I don't want that towel. I'd rather swim in the cesspool of bacteria. There are times when I wonder why customers tell me the things that they do. Ignorance would have been bliss in this situation. But of course, the man had just lost his wife, and I don't want to hurt his feelings, so I'm like, everything inside of me is recoiling at the thought of taking this towel. And yet my hand's going out, oh, thank you. And it was one of them deals like it barely touched my skin, and I dropped it on the floor. And then I kicked it. I kicked it with my feet to catch the water. Oh, that was a tough one. And of course I got to the van. And with this line of work, I always keep some hand sanitizer in the van because you get into some gross stuff. A washer will have a nasty cesspool in it all by itself just because of the amount of bacteria that'll grow when it sits. And so I went in, I got in the van, and I was giving myself, I'm giving myself a sanitizer bath before I could run to the nearest gas station and bathe in their sink. But and the funny thing is, I stood there and talked to him quite a while afterwards. He was a really nice old boy. I imagine he's probably gone now, I would have to guess, because that's probably 15 years ago now, and he was older in the hills even then. I couldn't tell you his name, but it was quite a memorable experience. But anyways, guys, that's the story for today. It would be greatly appreciated if you guys could like and share these videos. See if we can't make a run of this storytelling thing. But you guys have a great day.